punches them repeatedly in the face. And he is yet to taste a victory in the KUMITE tournament. He's 2-3. His most recent fight was a win over Ken Crewman. Last year, he lost to Father Chad as well in the opening round of the KUMITE tournament. So Father Chad claimed the heads of both of these two fighters in last year's tournament. Here we go. It's Russia. It's Russia versus Japan. Kick Takagi in the black with the red trim. Sergei Matryoshka is his red shorts with the Russian flag on the left leg. You're not a big fan of Kick Takagi, Cal?
Well, honestly, it wouldn't be as bad if he didn't make terrible films. Like, you ever seen an American Ninja in Hollywood? Complete and utter trash. I mean, there wasn't even nearly enough kicks. And quite frankly, that's another bone to pick. Why the fuck is he called Kick Takagi if he can barely even kick? He's decent at punching, but that's about it. He can't kick.
I don't understand that either. You expect a little bit more about martial arts in his movies. He doesn't use enough kicking in there.
No.
Which is funny because he used to. So I think that's the problem that a lot of critics had, is that in his earlier films, it was just nothing but kicks. I mean, I think one of the lines that was said in one of his reviews, it was 2 hours of kicking and a waste of time, and he kind of fell away from that, trying to go a little too art housey.
Yeah, and then when he went mainstream, God, that was even worse. No fighting, just a romantic subplot in between ninja espionage stories. It made no sense, and honestly, the storytelling was incredibly disjointed.
And then there was that mixed martial arts themed movie, but it was a romantic comedy where all the scenes were happening while mixed martial arts fights were happening in the background. So it's like the mixed martial arts fights were distracting, and they weren't anything like part of the movie, they just were happening in the background. They were just distractions while a romantic comedy was happening in the foreground. It was very I never understood it. It's very experimental, I suppose. But it was an experiment that should have been just scrapped, I think.
Matt, I've been in about 387,010 fights. And
it's a lot of fights.
Quite a lot. And I ain't never yelled back at a woman that I loved her while she was sitting in the audience in any of them. It just don't happen. It just don't.
It's just not realistic, is what you're saying.
It don't happen.
Mixed martial arts is no place to be professing your love or accepting a proposal or having a conversation when someone else is trying to punch you to unconsciousness.
Exactly. You want to do that after the fights? Hey, that's your prerogative. That's perfectly fine. It just don't happen in the fights, because that's when you get caught and you get locked in an armbar and you lose feeling in 7 of your 8 digits.
8 digits?
You ain't never seen my hands?
I mean, you keep the gloves on. Oh, good lord! Oh god, where's the thumb?
You don't want to know, but let me tell
you. I don't want to know. I don't want to know where the thumb is. I don't want to know where the thumb is.
It's really convenient when you're making a fist, and to make a fist, you have to poke someone's eye out.
God damn! Oh, meanwhile, Takagi actually has a very advantageous position, and just as I say it, Matryoshka returns the favor. Just uses brute strength from that mount to just overpower Takagi into a guard, and he pulls guard yet again. There's a cut that's been forming under the just to the right of the right eye, just the outside of the eye of Matryoshka. And you gotta wonder for how long is Matryoshka still having in this game? He's been doing it forever. I mean, at some point in your life, age is gonna catch up to you.
Ooh.
And when you eat knees like that, that's not going to help. Takagi going for it. It would have to be said it's an upset if he were to get this win.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like I said when he was coming out, he was my pick to win the entire tournament. I don't like the way he's fighting. He's not fighting smart at all. He's trying to continue in this ground game. What his real ability is those hurting bombs. He needs to be up on the feet, exchanging those strikes, and using his kind of a little bit forceful technique, if I dare say so, rather than using speed. He just needs to be pressing forward, and he's not doing that at all right now, even in the ground.
I think you dare, and nonetheless, you're absolutely right. I think Takagi has been doing a good job. I don't want to discount him. I mean, again, his films aside, he's been doing a good job keeping this fight on the ground. I think on points he might be winning this one if it goes to the judges. That may be a valid strategy for Takagi. You know, you draw Matryoshka in the first round. Your first thought is survive. Your second thought is come out with your life and your livelihood. And then if you actually have to start thinking about winning this fight, maybe taking him to a decision and just grinding it out. It's not going to be pretty, but with 25 seconds to go in the first round and a 5-minute round to follow, Takagi so far is doing a very good job of that.
I don't like that cut over Sergei's eye. There's just no telling what can happen from that.
It's crazy to think, but yes, the round is going to come to a conclusion. And Sergei Matryoshka, there is a lot of swelling. Oh, it's not just the cut. It's the fact there's a location of it is so close to his eye, and the swelling around it is just going to cause issues. Takagi looks so fresh and untouched. Matryoshka looks like he's been through a war, and Takagi looks like he's just been through a premiere of one of his movies. I think I've seen more bruises on his face after his premieres.
Well, you know, I mean, I don't want to take credit for any riots started at a Kick Takagi premiere, but I'll take credit for several riots started at a Kick Takagi premiere.
I thought that, yeah, I saw you on those when they showed the news clips of those. I thought, I was like, oh, it looks like Kyle.
And then you just wear a nice plastic nose and eyeglasses mustache combo, and they don't recognize you.
That's fair enough. And here we go, the second round, 5 minutes left in this fight, a spot in the quarterfinals in October on the line. Will it be Sergei Matryoshka or will it be Kick Takagi? And so far it's been Kick Takagi who's been winning the fight. I wouldn't say dominating it, but he's been doing less dominating and more keeping Sergei from getting into his game plan. This is a very good place for Sergei to be. I mean, the blood is just, all this rubbing, all that close contact is just going to cause that cut to aggravate and to just irritate and open up again. But the dirty boxing game, I think, is definitely Sergei's game. He likes to get into uncomfortable personal space and just start wailing away at you. And that's really a thing in the fight game. You have to remove any sort of concept of personal space. Someone's going to be up in your grill, and you don't want them to be cooking.
Oh, I mean, Sergei's just trying to be a little bit smart and keep Kick in a spot where he can keep him close, which is perfectly fine.
Goes to the knee, and a nicely timed takedown by Takagi. You saw, by the way, Matryoshka went for an uppercut, completely whiffed on it. I don't know how he missed that one. I guess maybe perhaps the depth perception with his one eye being very swollen that might be affecting him. He completely whiffed on that uppercut. I don't know if you saw that, Cal.
Oh yeah, I saw it completely. Honestly, I'm a little bit worried.
It's worrisome.
Yeah,
it is. It's absolutely troubling. I think Sergei Matryoshka may be seeing we might be seeing an early exit for the legendary Russian fighter. This is not. I mean, we don't want to take any sort of sides, but we're a little concerned at this point. I mean, the man has not been fighting to the level that we've accustomed to seeing, and no credit taken away from Takagi. He's completely brought the fight to Sergei Matryoshka. He's neutralized what makes Matryoshka so deadly. We are down to, there it is, 1 minute to go. You can hear even the, and, oh, it's a big right hand! Oh my goodness! Down goes Takagi just like that! And he's punching away! Elantra says no more! Matryoshka has done it!
You never can count him out. You were counting him out. I was counting him out. Everyone was counting him out except for Sergei Matryoshka himself. A beautiful, beautiful finale. He's just like that old tired war horse. You can never count him out. And look at that, capitalizing on one shot. One single shot, and that's all you need in this sport.
That is experience and longevity coming to fruition. And just like the Soviet Union, it's poised for a comeback. And Sergei Matryoshka has brought this Osaka crowd to its feet. What a victory for the Russian. And Matryoshka will continue to fill out an already stacked quarterfinal field. And a credit shown to Takagi